Hey y'all, I'm Marika aka Brooklyn Betty. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome in if you brand spanking new here. This series should have been a vlog, but I'm not gonna lie, I did absolutely nothing this week. I had a lot of work to do. Like, work was actually working, like mad things, like all week, like non-stop, like till after 5. So I didn't really get out much. I went for a lot of walks in my new environment in the Bronx, just to see what was what. So that was cool. I didn't really feel like talking and walking. Like, I really was just like immersing myself in my surroundings and, you know, seeing what's what restaurants were around and different things like that. So I had a pretty low-key week. It's Friday. I have things to do this weekend, so I'm being responsible and getting my episode done for y'all so that I can, you know, not be scrambling and rushing at the last minute per usual. Like, I'm really like an adult now, like a full adult person. But I'm out here in Williamsburg. Don't ever let any of the gentrifiers call it Willie B or anything, like how they be trying to say Bedford-Stuyvesant is Stuyvesant Heights and East Williamsburg is Bushwick and all of these things. Don't let nobody say it to you. It's a lie and a farce. But the city is so loud. It's crazy how last time when I was telling y'all that y'all be wanting me to walk around and be talking outside like a crazy person, and to send me a GoFundMe, that somebody actually sent me, I think, like $10. I was dying. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, because that is definitely like 80% of the commute to the city for me. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. But love y'all down to death. Per the usual, I bang with y'all the long way because y'all do all of the things. But today was a treat for me. I had to go to Brooklyn. I'm like, yo, I need to get back home. Like, the Bronx, I don't think it'll ever feel like home for me. But I just wanted to get out today and see what I could see. I feel like I never hear anyone talk about 10 Foot Single by Stella Dallas. It's a vintage shop. And they always have like such fire pieces. Like, they be having mad things, like all of like the collegiate stuff and things like that I like, and like cowboy boots and just like real vintage stuff, like World War vintage stuff, like real old quality goodness. So I usually go in the fall or like the winter time. So I was curious to see what they were giving for like vintage spring. So I'm gonna head over there, and there's another vintage spot in Williamsburg called Awoke Vintage, I believe, and they used to have really cool stuff as well. So I just wanted to go and see. I'm matching into the school back behind me, but yeah, I wanted to go just mosey about and see what they got to offer today. I'm pretty cute but cozy today. I got on this Barney's New York hat made by, I'll put his Instagram or the link, because homeboy is being real low-key because he not trying to get sued by Barney's. And I feel him. Like, the hat is super fire. Oh my god, it's so loud in Brooklyn. It's so loud everywhere, I'm not gonna lie, because we know the cops is not going out of damn place, so y'all need to just relax. But anywho, my biggest trick when I go to vintage stores, especially when I know what to expect from them, like this store, they have like a lot of vintage collegiate stuff. So to keep me from being tempted when I'm in here, I put on like one of my best vintage cardies, because if I see something better than this, then it deserves to be bought, right? That's just my thinking. If I find something better than what I have on that I really love, then it deserves to be bought. Like, basically, like it was meant for me. If I find something better than what I'm actually wearing, something that I really love, then I gotta buy it. Like, it's a must cop. Like, it's a no-brainer. So I'm about to head in this store and see what's going on in here. They usually have really great things. I'm hoping that I'm not jinxing myself. You know, when you talk real good about something, now all they got is a bunch of nothing. So I'm about to go in here, and I made like a last minute impromptu dinner date with my sister when she gets off of work. So I'm gonna go and get some food. I have no idea. It looks like she loves a taco. Like, she might as well be a taco. So it's probably gonna be Mexican food that we go get. I could go for a frozen Margie. So yeah, it's just really like a lazy day. Unwind to the week. Like, I never really look forward to the weekend. Like, usually throughout the week I'm doing stuff, But quite literally, I've been just rotting away. Like, it's just been the gym, doing work, going for a walk after the gym. And that's it. Like, I haven't gone into the city to go to any events. No, nothing. So today is really like a treat for me. So I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna take y'all with me on my little voyage, little journey or whatever that's happening today. And yeah, give y'all some Brooklyn, less traveled, I feel like, vintage options. Because yeah, I never hear nobody talk about Stella, and Stella is fire, like OD. Like, but it's not thrifty, so maybe that's why people don't talk about it. But I feel like most of the stores in New York now aren't thrifty. Like, everybody is just trying to make buku money. Like, eBay is still the wave. Like, eBay, hands down, like, sponsor me at this point. Like, eBay is my go-to for most vintage things. Or even if I see somebody on the street with something, I'll take a picture of their shoes or their bag and put it in the eBay search, and eBay be coming in the clutch. Like, I've been shopping eBay since high school, so we go way back, like all of the things. But yeah, enough of me rambling. Oh, that's pretty. But enough of me rambling. I'm going in the store. 10-foot single by Stella Dallas. I'm just gonna say that this is the Underdog vintage store in Brooklyn, because people never talk about it, and I've seen a lot of vintage shopping vlogs, and I don't think I've ever seen Stella on here. Like, the store is robust. Like, there's so much things, so just be mentally prepared. Like, what I say, anytime you go thrifting or vintage shopping, like, come in with something in mind. I really loved all of these shorts that they had, vintage, great condition, nice and thick, like cotton, like just really good quality stuff. And like, just editing this video, I didn't realize that they had like suitcases down underneath those pants and skirts that you could actually buy. A vintage suitcase would be crazy. Like, it probably would go through TSA so thoroughly, like be indestructible, because we know the vintage materials that were used are just like 10 times better than nowadays. I love the totes that they had up there. Huge, pristine condition, very colorful. I just really love this space. I love how they curated all of those vests. Like, they just really have a little bit of everything for everyone. It's a time capsule of a space. Absolutely love. Look at all of those jackets. Those Tokyo satin bomber jackets. Like, ooh, a whole bunch of Chucks, denim upon denim. Like, I forgot how much stuff they had, and maybe that's the thing. Like, maybe this is like a forgotten store, but definitely recommend to go during the week if you can, if you have a day off or if you work from home, because the spot was empty, and I love an empty shopping experience. It's giving you just closed the store down for me. Y'all, these tribal coats, I wanted that, inquire how much that coat was so bad, but I was like, I had to slap my own hand, like, girl, we not here to shop. But that coat was fire. I heavily think this store is like, if you're really looking for something in particular, like you're looking for some plaid something, you're looking for some 80s something, some 90s, some 70s, like they're like really deep in their vintage bag. Like, this is not for play. This is not the Salvation Army. This is not L Train. Like, no shade, no tea, because L Train, love them down. They be having the things. But this is like real hardcore, your grandmom's, your great grandmom's vintage. Like, that's what this is. So if you like deep down the rabbit hole and you love like some vintage, like you love era pieces, this is that. Like, look at these army pieces. Like, these are like literally army uniforms from like the 1930s, 1920s. Like, we not playing no games. We not playing around with y'all with the clothing. Like, we got everything. All of these t-shirts, like, and I just love their curation. Like, all of the pieces that they have. Like, look at him, look at the moose or deer or whatever he is or whatever. Like, sorry to that man, but like the aesthetics is crazy. Like, all of this vintage army fatigue and all of that, like, it really gets me going. Like, it really riles me up. Like, that's how you know, like, I'm an enthusiast. Like, I'm a vintage thrift, like, fashion enthusiast. Like, I love to see all of these period pieces like in the wild. Like, and at one point I loved a vintage tie. I still do. And this is not the place to go and get a vintage tie because they're a little pricey. But the cardigans, y'all, you know why I'm here. The cardigans. Like in the fall, they usually have an even greater selection, but they had a pretty decent selection. But their pieces, because the spot is so curated, they're a bit pricey. I'm gonna give y'all some links for some eBay isms that's in the same realm, but like 195 doll hairs, like that's a lot. But I did like these loaves. Like I love the tassel on it, love the weathering, the little bow, like those is cute. And back to the army. Like if you like an army situation, like look at them, like they pressed. These are pressed. Like this man who owned these, like he kept them clean. But like I just love like the materials and the condition that these things are in, like gently worn, even though they're old. Like look at that leather. Like that leather looks better than some of my current day leather stuff that I just bought. Like that's crazy. But they really go off. They really go off, and I feel like they're the underdog. I feel like they're really underrated. If you have some time, like do yourself some service, because you're doing yourself a huge disservice if you don't go check this spot out. Like even if you don't buy anything, like I didn't buy nothing, but I was just so excited. Like the kid in me, it was like a kid in a candy store. Like this lit up my whole day. Like, and even watching the video back, like editing for y'all, like this jacket, this satin jacket. And for whatever, like I've been watching, it's like what's Aaliyah, I've been watching you like a hawk in the sky. Like for some reason, my eye for vintage, like I can see certain things on the rack from deep, and it's like cuckoo. Like what is that? Like it's so fire. Like that jacket, that satin jacket, like I was thinking about it later on, like maybe sis, we should have tried this on. But they really have something for everybody. Like if you're into vintage bags, if you're into vintage t-shirts, if you're into vintage military boots, if you like the old Converses, if you like a old vintage tie, everything. Like they literally have something for everyone. And some of the prices are steep, but a lot of them are decent. Like these are great t-shirts for the summer. Like crop them up, cut them up, like real cute. Nobody gonna have on what you have on. Like, and they literally have everything. Like Cowboy Carter, like where are we going? Like something for, hey y'all, hey, it's me. But yeah, any hoodles. Like I remember I had these boots from All Saints, and I'm gonna put the little picture up here. But yeah, they got everything. Frocks. Like I'm not really a frock girl, because I just feel like they make me look short. But if you want to do the frocks with the jeans underneath for the summertime, spring, very cute. I love these sweaters. You could wear these sweaters now with some shorts. Like literally the possibilities are endless. Like if you're the type of person that just goes into these stores and just feels so overwhelmed, like just think about like what I don't have in my closet that's vintage, and then you go to these places and be like, okay, cool, this was really super cute, like nice and belted, or you could wear it open with some nice boyfriend jeans. I love this dress, but I would definitely just cut it off and wear the skirt part. But it was so cute, like fab. Stella has a sister store next door that has more goods, so we're going there next. Oh my god, like I love it. I would make like a dress out of that. So right next door, Stella has a sister store that has like interior stuff, but they also do have like more clothes, mainly women's stuff though. Like the initial Stella store is unisex. They have women's and men's stuff. This store is really like really old antique vintage women's stuff, but they do specialize in like interiors, so they do have like a lot of throws and a lot of blankets and a lot of textile pieces for your home if you're interested in that. And I found a lot of inspiration from it. It is just like giving me ideas of what to look at on other modern sites, and where they get their inspo from. These shoes were absolutely so stinking cute. Like I see the modern day inspo in these shoes in a lot of designers and brands nowadays. So I love seeing those. The bags, these basket woven bags, I always love these. It reminds me of like my grandmom going to church back in the day. Like that's what it gives, like big Sunday best energy. These textiles, they give me so much energy, so much enjoyment, and so many ideas. Like look at the color combinations on these. Like if you ever have issues like mixing colors, like things like this really give you inspo. Like, oh, I would never think to match this, you know, salmon color with this baby blue or this periwinkle. These are gorgeous. Oh my god. No, the detail, and it's like pleated.
Yeah. It's printed, not patchwork.
So the proof is in the pudding. When I was just talking to that lady, and she was saying that she was wondering how vintage the shorts were, because it's printed on and not like within the textile. So certain eras of vintage, like they didn't have like the ability to print on clothing. Like it had to be like sewn in or like patchworked in. So she was just wondering, like, is it a true vintage item? So the proof is in the pudding, because this is like really a place where you come in wanting vintage, like being a vintage fanatic and like knowing history about vintage. And apparently she really knew her stuff, because she called that out. Like she was able to see on the fabric that it might not be too vintage here. These Hudson Bay blankets, I have a coat made out of this, and I just love these quilts. Perfect for a throw to go over your bed or even the couch. Just vintage goodness. Totally and utterly obsessed with this Barney's hat, and I put the link in the description for y'all so y'all could grab you one if he still has them. But he does open his site like back and forth, so you'll get one when he restocks them or whatever. But this skirt is from the Freest of Peoples. It was on saleage, so you know I had to get me one. It is so good. Like it has like little drawstrings on the side. I think it was like 49 doll hairs, which you know is a steal from the Freest of Peoples. My Zara work bag with my Nike footscapes with the pony hair, animal hair. It was cute. So I didn't know what to expect from Stella in the spring, but she gave. Like I love that she had like a bunch of t-shirts that we love, that you can crop them, you can manipulate them, you could sew two t-shirts together. You know I like to take different things and put it together to make it one cute, unique thing. But with vintage tees, like you're barely ever gonna see anybody wearing your stuff. It's definitely a better option than going into like a Urban Outfitters for me to get like band tees and stuff. Like go to a vintage shop and find some vintage t-shirts. And she had a lot of great ones. They had a lot of great army pants and things like that. Army shorts, fatigues in good condition, good worn-in condition. A lot of boots. Like I love combat boots and stuff like that, and I had picked up a pair of brown ones that All Saints had made a pair years ago, and I was like dying to death for them. And I should have known the original version was an old military boot. They are so fire. I might have to find me a pair on eBay now. But yeah, it is definitely a vintage girl shop. Like that's what Stella is, like for a true like vintage enthusiast. And then her brother, sister, cousin that's right next door, the Stella Living, like they just have like a bunch of different textiles and stuff like that, throws and quilts, and all vintage, all pristine to die. Like I love looking at like vintage interior decorating aesthetic. Like it's just so different. And the details go off. And them shorts that I showed y'all that the lady had on, those were like a textile. It looked like somebody had taken like a bunch of different pieces, sewn them together, and then cut them to make shorts. Like magnificent. Absolutely 100,000 trillion% encourage you to go to Stella. Like I never hear anybody talking about it, and I don't know if it's the lack of knowledge or if it's just people, you know, gatekeeping, like, oh, I really love this place and let me not tell people about it. But it's just so much to go around, and it's so much for your creativity. Like even if somebody was to go in there and buy up a whole bunch of stuff, or if mad people start going there, you're still gonna wear it and style it totally different than somebody else. Like the gatekeeping and living in fear, to be honest, and no shade, no tea, I feel like it's the people who lack creativity and they lack styling, honestly. Like if you feel like you're gonna tell somebody about a spot and they gonna go get all of the things and have stuff similar to you, they still not gonna wear it the way you wear it. And you are the pioneer of this shit, for lack of better words. Like if you put people on, like how is that taken away from you? Like you're just sharing pieces of what you love with others. So yeah, absolutely love those pants.
I love your outfit.
Thank you. It's such a beautiful day in Williamsburg. Like I almost don't want to go home. Like luckily I'm going to meet my sister and we're going to get some beverages. Like so excited about that. And I'm mad excited that she was just like, okay, yeah, let's go. Like, she ain't have no real plans. Like, she was just winging it like me. But I'm about to walk over to, it's called Awoke Vintage. About to walk over there and see what they have. I felt like last year they had more trendier vintage stuff. Like, they were going with the themes of all of the jerseys and stuff that everyone was wearing. Like, they would be in like really trendy, which I'm not mad at. I'm never mad at, because it does give you the opportunity to be individualistic in the trend. Like, you get to go and get a vintage piece opposed to a Urban Outfitters piece or a Free People piece that everybody else is gonna have when they go to the function. Like, at least if you get it like vintage or whatever, or thrifted or whatever, it'll be totally different. It'll be something from the past. It'll be something from your Barbara's Little League game or whatever. Like, it's just like so random, but it's still relevant. I love it. And I'm loving, although the gentrification is crazy, like, I'm loving these buildings that are coming up in Williamsburg. Like, they are just so pretty. But yeah, y'all, seeing vintage stuff, it make me feel like a kid in a candy store. Like, you know, back in the day when you were younger, you went to Macy's or whatever with your parents, with your mom, you thought that that was like the pinnacle of fashion. Like, even now, like, a great vintage store like Stella and like her brother, sister, cousin next door, Stella Living, it gives me so much joy. It makes me more excited than going into like a Bergdorf's or Neiman. Like, just seeing a vintage time capsule, like those bags and that shoe, that red and white shoe, that is like the grandfather of like a Stella McCartney shoe or a McQueen shoe. Like, you get to see all of like the current designers' influences when you go into vintage stores, and sometimes you might not even realize that this thing was around already, or like this thing was an inspiration for something new. So I think it's always important to know your vintage history, especially when you are into fashion, like, because a lot of it is old and it's just coming back, or a lot of it is inspired by your old vintage stuff. So I really love that full circle-ness about going to the vintage stores, because everything that's old is new again, per the usual. And it is hot out here, y'all. I'm dying in this sweater. I could have been butt naked out here today, child, but I was just scared that when it started getting late, it was gonna get cold, like, and I was gonna be freezing out here with no clothes on. I really want a smoothie, but it's looking like peak summertime out here, summertime Williamsburg. But I'm pulling up to the spot. There's mad people out here. Okay, so confirming my suspicions that I had from last year, we still do a vintage mixed with a little modern vibe situation, like the jersey styles and things like that. But then we throw a little bit of like vintage prowess in there. Like, I remember having this skirt back in the day. I sold it in a closet sale, but like this type of shirt, like very modern, like very, you can wear it every day, all day. That price was amazing. I probably should have grabbed that. Like, buyer's remorse. Camouflage shorts, like, they have like just very like, I think like basic like vintage that can be repurposed for like trendy, on brand, modern day stuff, which is not a bad thing. I'm not mad at it. This shirt, I really love the embroidery on it, but for $125 you can definitely find a vintage version that is cute, better than that. Again, with the jerseys, and they have like a lot of modern jewelry. These vintage watches though, like, I should have looked at the pricing on these, but I really was loving like this little one. It was so cute. It gave me like vintage Rolex, throw your Rollie in the sky vibes. Like, love this. Mad cute. And they always have good rings. Like, I don't need not another ring, but they do have nice ring options if you're in the market for some. And then more vintage vibes. It looks like this set like that came out from ASOS a while ago. It might just be that. I didn't even check the tag. Yeah, I was cute. I love this cardigan, like, not gonna lie. Like, I feel like I want to wear it every day. But they had these shorts. these shorts were everything. Like I definitely couldn't fit them. Like I love that they have like the measurements on the tags and stuff. So if you know your measurements, you knew. I think that was like a 26. My waist ain't been a 26 since high school, maybe. So yeah. But they have like gently used shoes and more jersey stuff, Adidas, denim. Like it's a really cute spot. Like it's a good intro to, you know, secondhand situation if you're not really feeling going you know, full on to like your Stellas and stuff that's like really extreme vintage. Like this is a good like halfway house. I love their shades. Like they ended up having some shades that were on sale that were really, really cute, and they were modern. They weren't vintage, but they really gave a vintage vibe. Like they really look like, you know, secondhand, like from the 70s or 60s or whatever. And I really love like a champagne frame. So really, really cute. And these, I don't know. It's something about black. Like, y'all know how I feel. It felt like I had on goggles. But yeah, more of the jersey stuff. And again, like I love like the trend when they do tap into the trends but make it vintage, because again, it's very one of a kind. Like very, you're not gonna see the other girls at the function. Like this one was really, really, really cute. If it was my size, I probably would have thought about it. But how y'all feel about like these Levi's when people take the patchwork and do like denim reworking? I feel like it's a very thin line between like it being really good and looking like really cheap and cheesy, and the verdict is still out for these. I don't know. It's given, it's a no. But yeah, more jerseys. I sold them because they were too small. Bruh, I never see these embossed docks. Crazy. Nah, I had to I had to stop. His collection is insane. Like what? Nah. His stuff. Wild. Y'all, he got my jacket out here. It's crazy. Nah, the stuff. What did you say your name was? Rare what?
Vintage Finds.
Yes. Rare vintage. Oh. He got like the best stuff I've seen in a while, just out here on the streets. Like, he got better stuff than the vintage stores. Insane. Like, look at this. This is crazy. Like, wow. Had to stop for some sustenance. Went to Juice Generation, got me a Joyful Almond. It's like kind of like a vanilla protein something with like cocoa nibs and dates. And yeah, I'm about to go into the city right now, and I bought these glasses like straight to face. Like I'm just ridiculous. But I'm not a big shades girl, so I do love when I find the like champagne colored lenses, because they don't feel like shades. It still feels like, you know, my regular reading glasses. 'Cause I wear glasses. I wear prescription lenses. So I love when shades kind of double as, like, you can see through them in the daytime. Like I love a shade that's like that. I never really got into shades because of that, because they're usually so damn dark, and it's just like I can't see nothing. Like I already can't see. And then to put these shades on that's dark while I'm outside, I feel like I can't enjoy like life, like, and see the things in real color. But these, you can still like see red is red and red is not, don't look like purple because your shades are so dark. But it's crazy that I was walking from the smoothie spot. He said his shop is called Rarevintagefindz with a Z at the end. And it's crazy because I'm sitting here minding my business, about to get on the train to meet my sister, and I walk by and he has that polo jacket that I have, and I'm like, bruh, I'm like, yo, it's crazy to see you out here on the street selling this jacket when online people want like thousands of dollars for this jacket, and he's selling his for 500. And 500 might sound steep, but that's still cheaper than retail from when it first came out. It's in great condition. It's in better condition than mine, and it's just fire. Like, I really loved it. All of his stuff was like really good, and he said that he like is just now getting into the vintage scene. So it's crazy. They were going crazy over my sweater, like, yo, I never really see the long length cardigans. And yeah, they're rare. Like, so whenever the long length cardigans pop up, I always make sure to grab one, because this man too, oh my god, if you ever in Williamsburg, this man that has this storefront that's right here, he always has great pieces, like always. Like, every time I walk by, it's just like everything. Love. So if you got time to do a little digging and stuff, like, look at this pink jersey. Like, would highly recommend for you to stop by him. He's on Berry and North 7th Street. But yeah, I don't even know what I was saying, because this man stopped me and was talking to me, and I just stopped recording. I'm about to start saying, like, you see me holding the camera out in front of my face, like I'm talking. Like, do you want me to record you? Like, can I record whatever you're trying to talk to me about? But yeah, I feel like I left off saying that he just not long ago started his vintage shop, and I'm gonna check it out online to see if he has other things, or I'm gonna reach out to him and see if he has an Instagram and see if he's like always there, or if he goes to different places or whatever. I'm really enjoying these open streets that Williamsburg does, and this has been a thing, like, ever since the pandemic. Like, they just opened up like blocks and blocks of open street on Berry, and I love it. You can just walk down the street, you can go for a nice little run. But I'm about to head over to this L train. Yeah, today I'm gonna say it was a success. Definitely the highlight of the day was seeing the man out there with the vintage stuff, and he's like, oh, your sweater has a back hit on it. I'm pretty sure I'll put the video up again of the back of it. But yeah, like most cardigans, these vintage style cardigans, they don't have like the patches on the back of the sweater. And a back hit is like when it has print on the back, or something on the back of your shirt, like they call it a back hit, and that is very indicative of like a vintage seller, or like somebody that is into vintage. Like, I learned that from Harpo, because he's into vintage tees, and that's how they, oh yeah, it has like Harley Davidson tee, it has a back hit on it, and that means it's like maybe Harley Davidson on the back, or a motorcycle on the back, or whatever. It just means something is back there. But yeah, great day. I'm happy that I went out. I'm happy that I got out early, because I feel like it would have been way more crowded if I would have been just coming out now, like around 5, when everybody is getting off of work. Like, all of the stores were pretty much manageable and empty and things like that. So yeah, and then I wouldn't have met this man and found out that he got a vintage shop, and I feel like he's gonna be my little go-to for the vintage memorabilia, because he has some goods. Like, the weathering picks that he chose, I love to see like people pick weathered items, like curate a weathered situation, because it really shows that you know what the hell you're doing when it comes to finding vintage stuff. Like, you know exactly how weathered to buy something where it's not like 2 smithereens, like falling off the bone where you can't wear it. But he had like great perfect pieces. And that jacket, I wish it was a medium, because the reason why I'm selling mine is because it's a small and I need a medium now, and I haven't been able to find a medium that's the exact same jacket. I think that was a large or XL, so I definitely couldn't fit that. But man, good day. It's a good day for vintage. Good day for vintage. Good day to stroll and talk to y'all. Well, yeah, everything's been going good. I guess I could catch y'all up on my therapy real quick, just real quick. I'm not going to go down a rabbit hole, but we did talk about like egos and personas when we had our last meeting. And you know, you characterize certain things, but you don't really know it's a thing. Like I didn't know like they had like, you know, your ego persona is like parental or like a child or an adult. That's the 3 different characteristics. And of course you can have more than one characteristic. And I feel like throughout my life, because my mother was so childish and childlike, I kind of developed like a parental persona. So a lot of people come off to me like a child persona or like a childlike ego. And I don't know, maybe it's in response to me having a more parental ego, like more critical, more responsible, more like trying to enlighten you to get your shit together, or affirming you and pushing you, motivating you to do better. Like I've always had that discernment to be able to see the good in people and to see potential in people, which is not always good because you can't want it more for the person than they want it for themselves or than they believe in themselves. So it's always a slippery slope there. And I think the duality is crazy because you can have that parental spirit, that parental trait, and still, you know, exude a child. Like I think my child persona comes off when I'm being defensive, like somebody's saying something to me that I don't like and I'm defending. Like that's kind of like the childlike situation in me. But I think it was really enlightening to think about and reflect in your relationships with your friends or even your significant other, like how you show up in a relationship in times of conflict. Mostly, what persona do you take on? Do you take on more of a child, adult, or parental persona? So that was interesting. Like it really was enlightening. That was like the first time that I talked to her about that. And then she gave me like some homework and like followed up with me. So I don't know, y'all sent my video when I was ranting about my therapist. Y'all sent it to her. Like she found me on YouTube, and she like, oh, I gotta get it together. Like, cause it seems like that. Like it seems like within the last 2 weeks, like, and she's known that I've been looking for a new therapist and I want to get a new therapist. But maybe it's just like, you know, any job, like when you get a bad review, now you're scrambling, you're trying to do better. So she's been way better. And so she's been way better, and I appreciate that because I don't have the time or the money to waste playing around with some lackluster stuff. Like my mental health is all of the things. But that's really the only new thing that I came across in therapy that I wanted to share with y'all. Like just pay attention to how you show up, especially in conflict. Like what kind of persona, what kind of ego comes out, and that'll tell you a lot about yourself as well as the person that you're interacting with, what kind of roles you guys take, and also like your conflict style. That's very important. You can like probably Google it and look it up, and like you could take a quiz. It's like a conflict style quiz, like how you like to show up in conflict and how you like to be like conflict resolution, or how you like to approach conflict resolution. I remember I had took that quiz with somebody I was dating years ago, and his conflict resolution style, I can't remember like what the wording was for it, but it basically was like everything would, like he just wanted to be right. Everything was just like take full accountability for whatever happened, and acknowledge that you were wrong and say sorry. Like that's what he wanted. And it's just like, bro, like you don't always have to be wrong. Like you can agree to disagree. We could have 2 different views on things. So I think at my big age, conflict and conflict resolution has been like a reoccurring theme in my life, because it's just like, do I care this much? Like that's usually what's happening right now. Like, do I care this much to go down this road of resolving or fixing or repairing a relationship? And a lot of times the answer is no, and it's fine that the answer is no. Like that you're ready to just let the friendship go or let the relationship go, because it might not work for you. It might not be worth it for you. Like it's just, there's your peace, protect your peace. And that's another thing my therapist says. She said, do the things that make you happy. Like don't sit around and wait for people to do the things that make you happy. Like if you being happy is having a smoothie, or you going for a walk by yourself to clear your mind, like make sure you always do those things to take care of you. So that's what I'm gonna leave y'all with. Do the things that is necessary for you to take care of you, for you to sustain throughout the week. If that's getting some honey roasted, butter toasted almonds and having that during your work day, like how I be having like a mini charcuterie board doing work. Like Harper will tell you, I be having my little salami, my little cheese, my little cracker, my little jelly, and be having that as my little snack. That's my mental support, my comfort food during a hard week. I had 2 charcuterie little boards, personal ones this week. So take care of yourselves. Like protect your mental health, protect your emotional health, your emotional well-being at all costs. And that's what today was for me, because today this week I had it was just a draining week. Like it was the never-ending story. Like people, it was 5 o'clock, 5:30. People didn't want to log off of work. Like, bro, it's time to go. Like, what are we doing here? So today was my little treat, and I shared my treat with y'all to take y'all along to see some vintage stuff in Brooklyn. Like, it's very special to be in Brooklyn, sharing my vintage spots with y'all, and I hope y'all check them out. I hope y'all love them. I hope y'all find some gems. I hope y'all find that man, the Rarevintagefindz man. Like, if he got a site, I'm gonna put it in the description, or if he got Instagram, I'm gonna put it up. But check him out, because his stuff was everything. But I'll probably take y'all with me to the restaurant to show y'all the food and stuff like that. But overall, thank y'all for coming with me. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for encouraging me. Thank y'all for affirming me. Thank y'all for laughing with me. Thank y'all for getting my inside jokes and my weird humor and my own language that I be making up that y'all love. Catch y'all next Sunday. Love y'all, mean it. Bye.